All right, guys, it's Anthony, Distributor Service. I've got Eli's truck here. I think it's a 04. 04 with an 06 engine in it. 05, 06 engine, late model. Actually, valve cover says 06 engine. So, we got a rough cold start. That's what we got. Let's climb up here and look around. It does have, right there, let me show it. It does have a puck in the up pipe, which is that little puck right there. Let me get closer. You can kind of see it right there. It's got a puck in it. Does have a delete on it. You can't really see the sun shining on here. Wouldn't help to get a light. Doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't look like it's leaking right now. Who knows? Looks like the alignment of the CAC tube is off. Kind of need to take that off. I'm not sure if it has a hole in it or not, but it shouldn't be bent like that. Probably need to put a short CAC tube on it. They have short and long for these trucks. Oil filter's got to go. We need to put Motorcraft filter on it. Let's see. We got this little line here. We could run this underneath there. There is a space for it. This can go under. Those push pins right there are supposed to go in those holes right there, right back there. The push pins do, but it does help. I mean, I guess if his wire loom is broken right there, so it would help to keep it up off of the turbo to run it above it. But that should go underneath there, and then that wire loom right there is about 35 bucks for the protector, and it, you know, then you'd have all the pieces and you can push pin it in. It stays in pretty good if we put a new one on it, but that's whatever. That's neither here nor there. It's not hurting anything being up there like that, I guess. Let's see, just kind of looking around under the hood. This is a 6-speed manual truck. Got a little bit of leaking from the power steering line right there. See if, I don't know if you can see it. Right there, under there. Which a lot of times it's just a Teflon seal. Sometimes those, when the Teflon seal gets messed up, eroded, it will actually appear to be loose. So maybe we'll do a quick turn on that. It's got a new thermostat in it. Let's go ahead and get it booted up. Looks like it had some AC work. It's got a new dryer on it, new accumulator. I'm just looking around here. Just looking around. Hang on. Okay, this is an 04, 230,000 miles. All right, I'm assuming that the airbag light is on, and generally it is because the bulb is burnt out right here. Now I'm not sure. I didn't take a look before I turn the key on. P1000 key codes have been cleared. We got a number 2 glow plug only, and these 2 codes are because it's an 04. Circuit low code, I didn't even look and see if he's got an EGR valve plugged in. But I mean, this is normally because it doesn't have a throttle plate on it. Probably won't set a code, but let's pull up the data logger and see what we got. Hang on. Okay, it says cold start, 51 degrees on the coolant and oil. EVP volts is just a hair high. I mean, barometric pressure might be up a little bit, but it's a hair high. We'd like to see 0.89. It dropped just a hair there. Let's go down a little bit, because I guess it has a long crank. ICP volts appears to be all right. I'd like to see like 0.24, 0.25, 0.23, whatever. It'll be all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick it off. Kick it off. Kick it back on. Let's watch what the Fickum does. Let the chatter stop. Here's Fickum. We want to be anything under 45, I call trash. Let the chatter stop. All right, let's watch ICP, IPR. Let's see if it maxes out. Nope. Nope, it didn't. Fickum's still all right. Let's watch this here. Really not too bad right now. Shut off the condensation. And definitely not seeing what I thought I'd see. We might need another day. This truck did get parked where the freaking sun's shining on it. I mean, you can see number 4 is just a hair low, or number 3. The green line is a baseline. That's where we want it to be, but it's not ever going to be a straight line. It's going to vary. Let's reset it. See number 8 over there is just a hair low. Number 8, number 3, but when they're bad, they'll be dropping all the way down to here. So I got the compensation shut off, so that's not cool. I'm not seeing didn't start too bad right now. We might need a colder freaking day. Check this. Let me pull it in the shade. Water and fuel lights on. Damn it. Gotta get that drained. Yep, and the airbag lights on. That's just that indicator, that bulb right there. Well, I think we need to park this thing where it's in the shade, because this isn't too bad right now. Let me take it for a little drive. It's 6 speed, so I'm gonna have to use 4 hands to hold the wheel, shift, hold the camera, and hold the freaking computer. Damn it. Hang on. There you go. All right, okay. I know it's bouncing around. And I don't know. Let me get parked again. Hang on. Okay, we got something here. Look at how number 8 was dropping. I know I can't zoom out. Hang on, let me zoom out. Let me reset it. Watch out. Yeah, it's bouncy. Hang on. There we go. It's number 8 and number 5. Number 2's not looking so hot either. Number 5. Oh, can you even see it? Here, like that. 2, number 5, and number 8. I know that's hard to see. I need freaking... Probably should have brought somebody with me on this so they could hold the camera on it. Oh yeah. 2, 5, and 8. Yeah, we'll probably want to check fuel pressure. We'll get back in and get it pulled in and check fuel pressure on it, hook the gauge up, go for a drive like that before we go condemn an injector, especially when we got water and fuel on. Might have to take the fuel pump apart and clean it out. Hang on. Now I'm thinking what we ought to do is do fuel pressure, and then let's get really need a cold start on a colder day, because it did not start very bad. But number 8's dropping like a rock. I know you can't really see much. Number 8 is absolutely dropping. But number 5 was also looking like crap. But it appears number 5 might have cleared up right now. I know it's bouncing everywhere. Bear with me here. Here's number 5. You know, I mean, spool valves are sticking. Mainly number 8 right now is the culprit, but we also got number 5 messed up. And number 2 was showing itself a little bit earlier, but as it warms up, it'll go away. So let me get around the circle here, and then we'll get back going the other way. Hang on. All right, it's bouncing, but here we go. There's number 8 dropping a couple of times. Alright, so it's consistently number 8. I mean, if you wanted to do, you know, if we want to jump in that one side, I mean, I guess number 2, oh, hang on. Number 2 was showing its butt a little bit, so it sucked to go in and do number 8 and leave number 2, but we can leave number 2 in. But right now, how number 8's dropping like that, we bare minimum need to do number 8. Now the problem is, even's on one side, odd is on the other, and there is no cost savings to do an odd and an even numbered injector together. There's no cost savings for that. So, you know, the best bet would be, I mean, if you want to deal with the cold starts for a little bit, I mean, at least do number 2 and number 8. Potentially think about doing the 4 on the side. I don't know. But before we do that, we're going to do fuel pressure. We're going to check fuel pressure before we even do that. But you know, number 2 and number 8 were both showing their butt. Number 2 is cleared up. Number 8 isn't so clear. So bare minimum number 8 injector. But I think it's still going to cold start bad, because I would bet the cold start would be from number 2 number 5, and number 8. So, but number 8 is the worst one. And maybe, okay, bare minimum job would be injector number 8. A little bit better than that would be number 8 and number 2. A little bit better than that would be to do the entire even side. And then if you really want to get better, or, okay, the medium one would be number 8, number 2, and number 5. Just crack both sides open. Oh, there's just dropping there. You know, we can, it's $250 to crack a side, and $30 each additional injector in the hole. Injectors are $250 a piece. I'm throwing prices out, heck with it, might as well. So it's $250 to crack a side. So to do number 5 all by itself would be about 500 bucks. Now that is us hoping that the standpipes and dummy plugs are updated, because there are updated standpipes and dummy plugs for this engine. This is an 04 truck, but it has an 06 engine in it. So we want to, I mean, you know, if we crack the even side and the standpipes and dummy plugs are not updated, we would go ahead and buy the kit. It's about 100 bucks, and you would keep the standpipe and dummy plug for the passenger side for when we do odd side injectors. You just keep them, and then when we finally do number 5, we do it. Another thing that we would want to consider if we get too far into this truck is the STC fitting on the high pressure pump. Once again, this is an 04 truck with an 06 engine, so it does have an STC fitting on it. So we would have to, if we get anywhere near that high pressure pump, getting that turbo off, we do want to check the STC fitting and make sure it's updated. I mean, we just do. So, you know, I mean, we need a colder day, because it's actually pretty warm outside now. I did not see the cold start that it was initially brought here for. You know, it didn't start very bad, but under power when we're driving it, number 2, number 5, and number 8. We can absolutely go in and do 2, 5, and 8. It just sucks to do 2 and 8 and then crack the odd side just for number 5. That really sucks. I mean, I would really like to not crack anything open, and I don't know if it's going to be colder tomorrow. Maybe, hopefully, in a little bit today, we can get a fuel pressure test done, take it for a drive, change filters. I mean, water and fuel light. When the water and fuel light's on, I mean, I'd bare minimum at least change filters. I mean, we're 60 bucks installed for a set of filters, and then updated drain plug. If you don't have it, that's another 25, 30 bucks, something like that, for a drain plug that will allow you to drain the water and fuel separator without using the 6mm Allen. You just do it by hand. You reach under there, you unscrew it by hand, and drain the fuel separator. So I know I threw a lot of stuff at you, but I don't know. I mean, I'd like to get a colder start. We'll try to get a fuel pressure test done on this. If it warrants, if the fuel pressure test warrants anything different, I'll make a video on it. But if it's all good, I'll just deem that good. Yeah, fuel pressure test sometime today, and then as of right now, I'm seeing number 2, number 5, and number 8. Number 8 is by far the worst. If we want to get the drivability to be better from the beginning, do number 8. I would say, like, order of importance or whatever, I would do number 8 all by itself. If we need to just get it running and get it back going, do number 8. If we got a little bit more money to spend, we can do number 8 and number 2. If we got a little bit more money to spend, I do number 8, number 2, and number 5. Or we can do the entire even side, or we can put a full set in it. You know, I mean, we can do whichever way you want to go. But from what I'm seeing right now, number 8. But I definitely would like to have, see, there's our neighbor there. He's walking in shorts and a tank top. It's not real cold out here. We got screwed. Maybe I need to turn the air conditioner on in the shop and get it real cold in there. But like I said, just didn't cold start bad enough right now. I don't know, I threw a bunch at you. We'll go ahead and upload this. I wanted to see what the cold start did look like, but right now, before we go changing any injectors at all, we do a fuel pressure test. Because if we're dropping fuel, the fuel pressure is dropping down, we could have good injectors. We could just need to get the fuel pressure up. I've seen that before, where injectors look bad because they're starving for fuel. Now, hopefully we didn't hurt them injectors by starving them for fuel, if that's the case, but I don't know, we'll see. Time will tell. Let's, if I see anything on a fuel pressure test, I'll make a video on it, and I'll make another video. I don't know what the time frame is we have with this, but if we just want to do number 8 injector, it's still going to cold start bad because, I mean, I didn't see the bad cold start, but I would assume number 2, number 5, and number 8 were the ones dropping because of the cold start. So I don't want you to think that if we put in number 8 injector, it's going to be all good, because there is a good chance number 2 and number 5 are still going to drop. Freaking drag. But, all right. Let's see what, well, let me look at temperatures. I haven't driven it quite enough, but just looking around at some numbers. I mean, oil cooler is a little close together. He just had a thermostat. It's got a new thermostat in it, so we're just not heated up all the way. I got it up to 181, so. But fan speed's riding. Boost appeared to be okay. Yeah, 67%, 700, half a count of boost, that's good. And our boost is appearing to be all right. IPR percentage is still low, 23 is all right. It's not all the way hot yet. Appears to be fine, but I guess it has a long crank too. Let's do this. Let's shut it off. I always clutch this too, Eli. Put your foot on the clutch when you shut the truck off. If you do that, you'll notice it will shut off a lot smoother if you got your foot on the clutch when you're killing it. If you shut it off with your foot off the clutch, everything just kind of vibrates and rolls around and comes to a stop. It kind of, hang on, let me let it sit for a second. Hang on. Okay, one thing we want to do, because it does have a long crank. I was going to look at that too. Oh, I forgot to open up the oil filter. We'll have to do that again. I was going to open that oil filter and see if it's wet or dry. I forgot to do that. Damn it. ICP volts is a little low. We do not want IPR to go to 84%. We don't want to see that at all. It should build up to, I mean, 500 to fire. It should build up pretty quick. Let's watch. Nope. Yeah, it's IPR didn't max out, so it's not seeing any issues there. I didn't get it completely hot enough, but hey, we'll do another diag. I just wanted to get this cold start before too much heat come out through the day, and we've already screwed ourselves because it's already warm enough. So what a drag. All right guys, that's it. Have a good day.